Welcome to the Solstice Festival webinar. This webinar continues a cycle of webinars where we come together every solstice and every equinox to align with the dance of our planet around the star Sun. And we use this opportunity to align with astrological significances and energies that make itself available to open group mind. And so we endeavor to penetrate the veil together, aligning with the cycles of our planet. And I welcome Antonella Nobilio from Italy, who will present on the behalf of the Planetary System project today, sharing with us on the topic of significance of cycles and bring us together into reflection of what are the goals of the divine plan. Antonella, welcome. Please unmute yourself.
Okay. Hi to everyone.
Hello.
Thank you to host our presentation for I think this is the fourth solstice. We are together to embrace or to have a vision of the signs of the heavens for the coming year and also for the coming period towards 2025. And also, yes, it's two solstices that we bring our reflection about the possible goals of the divine plan. Yes, just a quick note on the planetary system. This is a website that we opened some years ago, 5 years ago, just to show the ideas, formulas, and thought forms for a new culture and civilization. And we will see afterwards that we are also following a cycle of 49 years, and that now is on its fifth septennium, the fifth ray, so open to manifestation, so also to sow these ideas, formulas and forms for a new culture, for the manifestation of a new culture and civilization. But we go afterwards. Okay, so let's have a look on the outstanding solstice that tomorrow exactly, but also today there is a great, a unique, probably, sign of the heaven. That is the entrance of Saturn here at the gate of the gods, together with some volcan. Here is an heliocentric heaven, so it's seen. You can see that the Earth, this circle with the cross, is below on the valley of the gate of man, Cancer, and the Earth sees the sun volcan in the center, and then Saturn, and then the galactic center. This is a direction that is unique for the fact that each 30 years about, Saturn makes a turn around the sun each 30 years. So it's his birthday, we can say, because Saturn is in its sign Capricorn and it's ruling Capricorn. So each time that he enters its sign, it's an opportunity, which is a word related by decay to Saturn. It's an opportunity for humanity, but also for all the other kingdoms, to have a sort of initiation. And the fact that it enters with the sun, with some apparent sun for the geocentric heaven, but that there is this alignment, Earth, Sun, and Saturn, just at the 0 degree of Capricorn, it doesn't happen very often. I think it's each some millennia or maybe more beyond. So this is the great sign that qualifies this solstice, but not only this year 2018, not only the year of Saturn of the coming 30 years, but a great cycle that we don't know now how wide it is, but it's a sign of a whole of initiation for us and for the consciousness. So, and this trine of Saturn with Uranus at the end of Aries, again, another planet, another luminary that is in its own sign. Aries is ruled by Uranus hierarchically, so we have had this transit of Uranus in the past 7 years, just as it happened in around 1925, 1930. So just the time when we had the Agni Yoga dispensation, when we had Alice Bailey, and then when the humanity went towards the times of Nazism and so on. But so it's a great moment, and we can now think about the significance also of this sign related to the solstice. So at these initial and initiatory cornerstones of the December solstice, which is the impulse that gives life, quality, and appearance to the entire development of the annual cycle, the Earth is at the point of its orbit where the plane containing its polar axis and perpendicular to the solar plane of the ecliptic aligns itself with the sun. It's a bit difficult to visualize this, but analogously, we can say that this is the day, which is the minor breath of our planetary logos. The day is the minor breath, and the year is the major breath around the sun, rotation and revolution. So the two motions of our of the body of our planetary logos. So the solstice is the day when the wheel of our planetary logos is focused and concentrated. Its spine or polar axis is orientated to the pole star, which is the present pivot and cosmic fire, which directs the earthly point of view, the whole apparent celestial vault, according to the equatorial coordinates. So in this driving beginning, we have, as we have said, this outstanding alignment in heaven, the direction Earth, Sun, Saturn. This solar direction points to the galactic center on the one hand, This is another way. Sorry for the names in Italian, but I didn't have time to translate. So Earth, Sun, and Saturn towards the depth of the cosmos. So here is another way to represent this: the Earth, the Sun, Saturn towards the galactic center. So on the one hand, there is this galactic center, which is the center of the center, so of all our galaxy. And we can say that close to the current December solstices, through the viewfinder alignment of our Earth, which is analogous to personality, aligned with some Vulcan, which is analogous to the soul, and now also the karmic planar Saturn, which is a higher mind. Our solar logos, which is one of the arches of Orion, which is analogous to the monad, cosmic monad. The figure of the great cosmic Christ is Orion, or the heavenly Osiris. So this archer, which is our solar logos, throws the arrow of oneness and resurrection towards the galactic heart, the center of the centers. We have, as we can see in this drawing, in this picture, galactic center, and here Orion, with the cross of Orion, with the belt of Orion, Sirius, and this archer, which has as a head center the Great Bear, throws the arrow through the viewfinder Earth, Sun, Saturn, toward the center of the center. This happens each 13,000th year. And just these decades, someone says that this 2017 solstice, the last solstice of this exact alignment. So it's a great cosmic gate, we can say, opportunity that also the Maya cycle considered. But many in the world, many traditions, many perspectives are considering this 0.0. And so we have, I resume, we have personality, soul, the higher mind, the monad, and the logos, all in one direction. And the fact that they are on the same direction, it's like, as I said, it's an intensity, and outstanding intensity and concentration and focus, and is just a sign of a great beginning. So, okay, let me check here. Okay. Let's go back to and see the geocentric heaven of the solstice of tomorrow. We see, as I said, the sun. So here in the center is the Earth. This is the Sun Vulcan, just exactly conjunct to Saturn. Saturn entered geocentrically yesterday, today in Capricorn, and 5 days ago heliocentrically, because he is a slow planet, a deep planet. So the geocentric and heliocentric heaven are almost the same for him. And I just say that I can say that geocentric heaven is the heaven that is related more to the precipitation of the causes, which are more inherent to the heliocentric heaven. The geocentric heaven, which is more the perspective from personality to the soul, from Earth to the sun soul, in confronting the two heaven, we can have an indication of the plan of causes and then the plan of precipitation. So this is, if you can see, the sun at the gate of the gods with Saturn is also flanked by Venus, which is the hierarchical ruler of Capricorn. So we have the two rulers of Capricorn, the initiatory summit, just at the two sides of this humanity, or this is like a Golgotha. It seems a Golgotha, and we have also Pluto and Mercury just in this ceremony. So it's another confirmation that also geocentrically it's a great moment for humanity. And again, the trine to Uranus, both to the Sun and Saturn, is helping with the fire of resurrection, which is Aries. It's helping this transformation, this opportunity to ascend to the summit of the spiritual destiny of the fourth human hierarchy. Okay, let's have a quick look also comparing to the 2025. In the inner wheel, we have the signs of the December 2025. We can see that set in the outer wheel is now, tomorrow. This is an heliocentric heaven. So Saturn, here just at the peak, at the summit, will do a quarter of cycles exactly, and will be at 0 degree of Aries. So now is the right moment to consider this path of 8 years that prepare us to the 2025, which we know the Master of Six Initiation will take a decision about the future of humanity and about the exteriorization of hierarchy. We know that the fourth ray, which is the fourth human hierarchy from another perspective, this fourth ray will rise again, and other signs, important signs, is that Saturn will be in conjunction with Neptune, which we know that veils the Christ. And in these 14 years, Neptune is passing through its sign, Pisces, the sign of the Savior. So it's releasing saving force, and 2025 will be exactly at the 0 point of all the wheel of the evolution of consciousness, which is the zodiac. So sixth ray and third ray together at the exact door of the fire, initiatory fire of Aries. So this initiatory gate of the gods of Capricorn and these other of Aries are now related by the two solstices, by these two solstices. It's another sign that is a great moment. I would also add some other aspects of the outstanding presence of the third ray now, because the third ray of creative intelligence, which is the soul ray of Saturn, we know, the master of thought of our Earth, whose personality is third ray too, in the place of experience. And then another sign that the third ray is dominant is that the third ray is the vector of the supernal light. Light is, we can say, if life is first ray, space, second ray, light is third ray, in a way. So Capricorn, which transmits the first, the third, and seventh ray, is the sign of human initiation and is the cosmic abode or higher correspondence of Saturn with regard to our current evolution. So this third ray will guide the entry of humanity, which is the planetary third creative thought center, and other third ray, in a more defined and conscious way, will guide this entry into a new initiatory hall, as we said. And particularly, we have that the subjective nation or spirit of Italy and also of France are indicating as the cradle for the seed of the third ray esoteric school, Italy advanced and France preparatory. And so are the relative mysteries. This is said in Letters of Occult Meditation by Decay. So we have the first, the third, and seventh ray at the maximum by Capricorn. And also we have to think that Capricorn Cancer is the axis that transmits the power of Sirius exactly through Saturn. And again, Saturn is the planet that transmits the first ray from another perspective, from the Great Bear, which are, as we said, the cosmic head center, transmits the first ray through Leo and Saturn and to Shambhala, and the head center of initiates and disciple. So this is just to give the right resonance to this outstanding third ray, this flowing from the cosmos, solar, and planetary directions. So this is, I think, enough for having a sense of the great opportunity that we are facing in this solstice. And so now we can dedicate to perhaps the best idea of third ray which we have, which is the idea of a plan, of a planetary plan, hierarchical plan. And so we can read the intent of this solstice's presentation, supported by the intensity and verticality of the current cosmic and solar energies, is to focus on the hierarchical principle in order to establish first on causal level. We know that causal level is the higher manas, where our egoic bodies and lotus are attested. And in order to establish first on causal level, and through us, the group of world servers, and in essence, the fourth creative hierarchy, the prototype of a hierarchical humanity that is a planetary order, a human system of systems. So I'm resuming a bit something that we have shared last solstice presentation, because I see people which is new and never attended. So this is a great quote from Tetaisa Cosmic Fire. The immediate objective of the human kingdom is consciously to establish systemic relations and be actively and consciously part of group work. Let's focus on this word, systemic. System is from late Latin systema, which means an arrangement system, meaning set of correlated principles, facts, ideas. The word derives from Greek systema, organized whole, body, from syn, which means together, plus the root, Proto-Indo-European, of no, afterwards, sorry, plus the root of the Greek istanai, which means cause to stand, from the root Proto-Indo-European sta, expressing the idea of standing firm. So we can say etymosophy, which means the wisdom of this etymon, result is a sturdy composition of elements. Let's apply to us. And Agni Yoga says the universe is a system of arts. The cooperative system is the soul salvation. So the opportunity offered for the third millennium, first decade of Aquarius, ruled again by Saturn, is therefore to establish conscious systemic relations in imitation of the hierarchical principle and ashrams. We know from esoteric astrology that the golden relations of brotherhood will be effect in the third decade of Aquarius, if we know there is always an if humanity will respond to the plan. And but now in this 700 years, which is a decade of an age, Aquarius age, is just the moment to take the opportunity that Saturn offers. So here we have a question: is this the fact to establish conscious systemic relations? Is this the scientific fifth ray of Aquarius? The scientific way for the new group of world servers to realize the Aquarian group consciousness and initiation through harmonic and golden relationships? Is this the Aquarian way to irradiate, again a verb that is sacred, consecrated to the seventh ray, which is rising now? Is this the Aquarian way to irradiate the evolutionary plan? Okay. The plan of evolution is in essence the substantial energy or energized substance of the planetary purpose and of its registrants, as they are called in Shambhala. It is their magnetic and creative energy. It is planetary will expressed through love and light, the three energies of the great invocation, the triad, the three essential fires of our existence. This is a quote that sustains this from telepathy and the etheric vehicle. The plan constitutes or is composed of the substance in which the members of the hierarchy consistently work. The plan is substance. It is essentially substantial energy, and energy is substance and nothing else. The substance, which is the plan, is dynamic in nature and is therefore impregnated with the energy of will. The plan constitutes a reservoir of energized substance held in solution by the will of Sanat Kumara and embodying his intangible purpose. It is this planetary substance upon which the impressing agents must draw. These impressing agents are the Nirmanakayas, which are part of the hierarchy, the members of the hierarchy, also the executors of the plan, the second part of hierarchy, and also these impressing agents are us, the working disciples of the world, plus all spiritual sensitives of a certain degree. Recipients of the desired impression must become sensitive to this substantial energy. Okay. Another great indication by decay is relating purpose and plan. Purpose cannot be understood until the plan is followed. That purpose which the masters know and serve. At our level of the group of war servers, we can progressively understand the purpose by following, as the verb used by decay, by following the hierarchical plan and becoming sensitive to its substantial energy. One of the most direct and powerful ways to follow the hierarchical plan and model is by progressively identifying ourselves, according to the rule of if, of course, with its 49 fires, vortices of energy, substance as the plan is, or goals. Here we have a drawing that we saw also last time that shows the quote that is below: the free by an arrangement of internal groupings show 7 groups. These may be represented as ABC, ASB. We have represented with the numbers 1 to 3, 3 to 1, and so on. And the 7th, a synthesis in which the 3 are equal. So we have this sense of the 1 in the center, which is a triad in essence, and their permutation, their correlations, or the arrangement of internal groupings gives the 6 with the 7th at the center. Here is another quote that is outstanding. The hierarchy works, as you know, in or through 3 major departments, each possessing its full personnel, and under 3 great lords. The hierarchy works also through the 7 major ashrams and their affiliated ashrams. And these 7, which are the 49, represent in their totality the 7 rays with their sub-rays, and are the custodians, transmitters, and distributors of the 7 ray energies to the 7 planetary centers, and via these 7 centers to those in the 4th kingdom and in nature, as they gradually unfold over the aeons, and then via these to the 7 centers in individual man, such is the synthesis. So our here is another way to represent the current real government of the planet. Sanat Kumara in the center, the 3 Buddhas of activity is a triangle or a triad or essential aspects of the wheel of Sanat Kumara. And we have said that each Buddha of activity is in essence also made by 15 Kumaras, and 15 plus 15 plus 15 makes 45, plus the 3 at the center, 48, and the center of the center, 49. So we find this 1, 3, 7, 49 everywhere. And so we have to imitate this model. We can imitate the hierarchical model in every aspect and activity of our group working, thinking, planning, and being. We can take the opportunity to identify a harmonic unity, a prototype of the hierarchical humanity through a common vision and embodiment of the 1, 3, 7, 49 order and planetary plan. Following the plan, the purpose will be understood. So we have given a psychogeometrical, we could call, key to this 1, 3, 7, 49. And we know this drawing now is called everywhere flower of life, is the hexagram, this 6-pointed star. Here we have 7 6-pointed star, which is the only geometry which presents a unison between the ray, between the center and the circumference. The ray measures the same length of the side which joins two vertices of this six-pointed star. So this is a proof, the unison interval, that is a maximum, a paramount figure, geometrical figure of harmony, of truth. So in this respect, a first systemic formulation of the 49 plan goals has emerged at the right time in the last quarter of the 20th century, which imitates the hierarchical model and shows the harmonic prototype of the future sevenfold order of the human center, as well as the foundations of the new world culture. Here we find the word harmonic because Pythagoras, with his science of harmonics, not his, but of course it came from the masters, and he was a master, we know. The harmonic science of harmonics explains very well this law of the seven rays. And for the first time, a great disciple, an Italian disciple called Enzo Savorini, unified this science of harmonics with the seven rays, just to give an intelligible and understanding key to the seven rays, and just to give the geometrical and numerical key to use the force and the energy of the seven rays in the set of a group, in a set of a cycle, in the reading of the heavens, in every action which wants to be hierarchical. So in this first formulation, the seven main centers of the planetary plan are, allegedly, but we can find the quotes of these seven main distant goals in all the books of Decay and also Blavatsky. And we have made a book, a document that you can find on the website of TPS in the page of the documents, which is called Asserting the Planetary Plan. We have collected the quotes from Decay, where he speaks about the plan, as we have read before, and also where he quotes this restoration of the mysteries, return of the Christ, we know, group initiation, imitation, culture and new civilization, new world religion, order, restoration of the plan on earth. They have, they occupy a ray, and if we think about the mysteries are nothing but the will of the masters in action on the planet. We know that the return of the Christ is related to the main ray of the planet, of the solar system, which is the second ray. We know that group initiation could be, is the goal that hierarchy decided for the next step of humanity to accelerate evolution. And so is the way for human spirit to activate itself. And so these three are the major goals, are the hierarchical goals. And the other four are a bit, not a bit, but is also in charge of humanity. So we have to imitate hierarchy, we have to open new culture and civilization, and we will unite ourselves in the name of the New World Religion, which is the religion of the heavens, and the seventh, of course, order and restoration of the plan on earth. And as we show the last time, this is the 49 table of the plan that first Enzio Savorini and a group of forerunners, we can say, experienced as a group identification, as a way to follow the plan. And if you read some of these goals, it's clear that we have to apply the rule as if. Differently, we as individual wouldn't be able to do that, because at least the third initiation, it's necessary to apply these goals. And okay, you can find everything I'm saying in that document asserting the Planetary Plan. On the website, you can find also a compendium of the original text by Enzio Savorini called The Distant Goals. So this is the application of these 49 fires to the inner harmonical organization of a group or of a thought form. Now, tonight, we have at least 10 co-workers, or also more, that are already experiencing this, have been experiencing someone for many decades, some decades, and others for some years, and from Sweden, France, and Germany, and Australia. The main part of the group is, of course, in Italy, where this thought form was born. But the essence of this project is thought for the new group of world service, not for a closed group. It's not for someone. It's just a first formulation to understand the planet, to apply, to identify. Yeah, here is a quote from the text, which is talking about the group initiation. But maybe we can go on to, yeah. So, as if we were vertexes, we have called vertexes from a psychogeometrical keynote, as if we were vertexes of such a planetary human order. In order to assert the plan of love and light, we can identify ourselves with its 49 evolutionary vortices in the here and now of life or being. So on a subjective level, this is a causal work, of course, on the higher mind, as we have said, but it's not, you can do in the here and now, you can do doing your service, working in your, which is not your, but in the group, in each situation of our daily life. And so in the here and now of life for being, each one in their own way, and yet as one order. By cooperating in a coordinated way for the common good, we contribute to build in the 3 words the thought form of the 49 fires, order, and plan. I have almost finished. So according to the indication of the teaching, this work of ideal composition at the level of causes, which is the higher mental, must be constantly loved and held in the light through the creative imagination, as well as vitalized in the third eye with united breath and unified rhythm, with the higher septenaries and in agreement with the heavenly cycles, which is another key point of the work. Here is the drawings that our planet makes in their revolution and composed cycles around the sun. And we have videos on the YouTube channels that explain them. And so we can see the 6-pointed star, the 5-pointed star, the square, the triangle, the circle, the center, all the first psychogeometrical figures. So following, here is a great quote from Enzio Saroini, which I like to share. The luminaries or rays design on the living plane of the ecliptic 7 basic psychogeometrical figures, the ones that we have seen, with their motion. These operations cause events and forms and qualify the state of consciousness of the solar, planetary, or human system. The 7 figures, which are sound mathematics, interact by generating a multiplicity of cycles, rhythms, and relationships. Let's have a look at these 7 psychogeometrical figures related to the 7 rays, the 7 elements of life, space, consciousness, ideas and formulas, forms and events, communion, geometry. Here are the 7 figures, as we have said: center, circumference, triangle, square, star of 5, star of 6, overall design. Our goals, which are taken from the teachings, and the luminaries, the sacred luminaries, which are involved. Again, to speak of Saturn with Jupiter is the ones that draw the 6-pointed star, and also Jupiter and Uranus, and also Mercury and Venus. So the 6-pointed star is one of the key, maybe is the hierarchical septenary expressed in planetary motions. So these correspondences illustrate the duality between plane, the geometric figures, and project, component energies. A geometrical reading reveals the phases of the project, and the study of the energies shows the nature and life of the ecliptic on which it is traced. A project is thus a living plan and is directed toward a purpose, and the one doesn't subsist without the other. So to understand the purpose, we have to follow the plan. We can follow the motions of the planets. We can know when and what to do in a certain date established by this psychogeometry that the 7 solar Kumaras draw on the common plane of the ecliptic, which is the world of ideas in astronomical, from an astronomical and astrological point of view. The world of ideas, which is a metaphysical key to read the same entity. Okay, so this is the practical proposal that we can share with everyone that will feel to initiate, to begin this new cycle in this gate of the gods with Saturn, which is the ruler of any project, any plan, any light. So It's a way to concentrate the supernal light that we, as if we are able, in a group coordinated cooperation towards the same goal, we can envision and point to the 2025 as a prototype of an order, of the future hierarchical humanity. So we have inferred these 49 formulas, and a formula is technically an association of ideas, and is the third ray, the case says, to throw an arrow. There are mantrams, there are word of powers first ray, mantrams second ray, and in the treatise of cosmic fire, the case as formulas are the third ray to irradiate, in this case, the plan. So these are formulas, as I said, inferred by the 49 goals or vortices of this first formulation of the hierarchical plan for humanity. And so they are synthetically representing the action of us as souls. And for example, I give an example. In the 7 central goals are 7 main formulas that synthesize the action which is here at the top, the planetary order, as if this prototype of planetary order asserts the plan of love and light. We know that to assert is a verb of first ray, the plan third ray, love and light second and first ray. So there is in this formula the presence of the will, the planetary order or the human hierarchy or the group of world servers asserts the plan of love and light. We see in the 1-1, this is a lambdoma, which is a word taken from the letter lambda, Greek letter lambda, which is made by a line which divides into 2, which is the way how the oneness divides in the otherness, in the 1 into 2, and is the beginning of the creation of sound, which Pythagoras studied. And yes, so I am the central human presence. It's not evidently an individual that can say that. It's not a human group. It's the heart of humanity, or the new group of world servers. So I am the central human presence. I hold this magnet, and the action of all the first ray ashram or vertexes, the ones between us that will or have chosen the first ray, are in the center. The more they can, and assert this central human presence, a sort of magnet that is ready to wait for the exteriorization of humanity. Oh, sorry. The 2-2, I am in the heart of Christ. Again, not an individual, but all the second ashram of this prototype, to be in the heart of the Christ. The 3-3, I illuminate the planetary purpose. Again, the light to illuminate, to understand, to give, to have comprehension, to give light to the planetary purpose. The 4-4, from the place of fire, I contemplate and reflect the model. 5-5, I impress the plan in human mind, and the verb impress is just the impression, which is said the way to, it's not evocation and invocation, which is more second ray. Impress is really first ray, is will impressed here, I impress the plan in human minds is the way to manifest it in the human minds. 6.6, I guide back to the culture of heaven, which is an action to open the new world religion. 7.7, I irradiate the hierarchical order, which is evidently 7.3. But every formula is a combination of the interval, harmonic interval, which is 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4. I am the power of love, 1, 2. The power, first ray, love, second ray, and so the other. So our proposal is to hold in the heart and in the daily meditation, possibly to choose one of the 7 directions and to sow ourselves as the seed of the new hierarchical humanity. If you like, with the help of these formulas, if not, it doesn't matter, of course. And in the text assert in the Planetary Plan, you can find also a symbol for each vortex and a poem, very beautiful poem that is fixing again the action of these 49 fires of this prototype of hierarchical humanity. And yeah, so I stopped myself and if someone has anything, questions or comments, or the co-workers that are already doing this can add their experience and so on. And we will publish in some days also a document called Rhythmic and Ritual Coordination for a Planetary Order, which will resume the daily this daily assertion, and also we will publish the ephemerides with the exact dates when for example, the Earth is aligned to Saturn, and then is the day of the formula I illuminate the planetary purpose. Or for example, the Earth aligned to Jupiter, I am in the heart of the Christ. Or maybe, so it's a way to give, like the musicians have their, how do you call the musicians use the paper to read the music and to redo? You have understood. And so it's to give a calendar made by the solar planets, and to follow their example, their sowing in the common plan of the ecliptic, which is our common plan, and just to sow on the causal level, which is the world of ideas, which is the plan of ecliptic, just to sow with the total joy and love and spirit of service, these seeds of love and light and will, to open a new, on causal level, a new prototype of the future order of humanity. Okay, so you can raise the hand, the icon with the hand, and Alexander will unmute yourself, anyone who wants to say something. Thank you for being here, to everyone.
Thank you, Antonella. It's very, I would say, very beautiful geometry of this vision. It invokes so many associations, and I think that's how probably everyone can find own part in this lambdoma by their resonance and start experimenting with it if you're drawn to that. But the beauty of this system speaks for itself. And so we invite you to share your experience if you work with this. So you can raise your hand, we will unmute you, or if you have any questions or comments, please.
Yeah, I put the 49 distant goals.
Riza wrote your comment, speechless with the beauty and brilliance of this.
Thank you. I'm always embarrassed to say thank you, because it's our treasure. It's not a property of anyone, so it's our thought is free, and so it's embarrassing to say thank you, but it's a habit that we as a human have to say thanks, just to express gratitude, to share the beauty of being together in this stupendous period of tragedy, but also great opportunity to begin the future of humanity on causal level, to sow the prototype.
I will unmute Natalia. Hello, Natalia.
Yes, thank you very much. It was an amazing speech, and very useful, and very, how to say, exciting information about this solstice. And thank you very much to you, Antonella, and to Alexander, and to everyone. Thank you, and congratulations you with this wonderful holidays in the sky.
And to you, Natalia.
Thank you.
Thank you. I will unmute Katya. Katya, please unmute yourself.
Yes, and just I almost have nothing to add at the moment, but it is a lot of inspiration and a lot of path. It's a long path to intuit, your purpose, and group purpose, and the qualities that would come. And this is a most amazing, beautiful mandala, almost,
yes,
in a way.
it is.
It is mandala,
yeah.
And it's to be built, it is to be practiced, and it is to be developed further. And thank you for being a channel for us and for many people who come and listen to this recording. And at this particular moment in time, thank you very much, Antonella, and everyone who works with you in the area. You guys are doing an amazing job. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, I'm only the channel because I just speak English, but we are many in Italy. We are around 200 people, considering also community of living ethics, which is organized as in the same lambdoma, and we meet once per year to sow this prototype or a planetary order in 7 ashrams. And we have other co-workers that tonight are here from, as I said, from other nations. So the great, how to say, wish, the great wish is that the more we are, the more powerful this, and more also the acceleration of this hierarchical prototype could become alive in humanity as soon as possible. And so, yes, And if you want, you can read that document asserting the planetary plan or the distant goals, and then contact us with here in the contact button on the website. And we are planning to do some webinar dedicated to go into depth in this action, Unitarian action toward 2025. So we can do also as a 2025 initiative, or in another name, as you, Alexander, and your co-workers want. But we need to nourish this vision, and to know what the creative imagination can do with these 7 psychogeometrical figures, for example, and how to vitalize the etheric of this thought form, and so on. So we can deal with different subjects. For example, also we can dedicate a meeting to see the stupendous drawings of the planets that they do in their chant, in their, yes. Is there maybe someone else?
Yes, there are a couple more people who would like to share. So I will unmute Victor.
Hi, Victor.
Just a second. Okay. Victor, welcome.
Good evening, friends.
Good evening, Victor.
Antonella, it was very nice and interesting. And thank you, Alexander and friends who organized this, and all who participate. It was a very comfortable time, and in very good energy it comes. So it's very good. I'm happy that I at last can be together with you this evening. And Happy New Year. You're welcome to new time. Thank you for all.
Thank you,
Thanks
Victor.
to you, Victor, to Ukraine.
Really nice to hear your voice. I will unmute Felipe. Philippe, please unmute yourself too.
Yeah. Hello. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Thank you,
Hello,
Alexander. I'm a member of a French group founded in 2007, which name is Institut Roosevelt France, and we work fully with the 49 Vortexes system for 3 years now. So I think I thought I could share how we would participate with the vision. I think it's a kind of a good application to explain you. So first, I would like to say that we recognize collectively and fully the fact that 2025 is a key year. First, of course, because the spiritual teachings evoke this important date for the work of the hierarchy, but also and moreover for mankind. And we think that we can maintain, in a way, on the mental plane, this idea that humanity can have a role to play in asserting the plan of love and light, the plan which is mentioned, as you know, in the great invocation third by the Master Joel Kuhl some decades ago. And in this way, we can bring kind of a small stone, if I can say that. This is a French expression, and I'm not sure that it's correct in English. To build this temple, a temple of man. And for that, we explore collectively the principle of the 49 goals with the vortexes, where each member of the group, of our group in this example, take a responsibility, a charge. Each one is in charge of a vortex and the goal associated, in the same way that in the construction of a temple, for example, persons take jobs. The architect, the person who brings the stones, the one which is responsible of, I don't know, building the foundations, for example, or the other one to bring light in the construction, etc. And in the same time, we explore collectively one of the goals, so one of the vortexes in particular, in a sequential way each year, in order to assert the plan, and it gives each year a purpose and a mean to explore it. For example, at this point, we think that the next step for this asserting of the plan of light and love, consists in taking the center. And we, especially with 2025 coming, this is the idea to recognize, to be aware collectively of the idea of taking the center, that is, how to say that, to give birth, to rise one focal point, which would allow humanity to collaborate freely and actively with the hierarchy in its work towards the emancipation of man. And when I say that, I mean that this necessity to overcome or overtake personal identities of the spiritual groups, for example, the memberships to nations, the necessity to unify groups in a common effort, to declare the fact that we are ready, and to collaborate between us together and with the hierarchy. And this is precisely the idea of planetary order that Antonella told us a few minutes ago. For example, this is why we are going to, this is the on this subject that we are going to work around to handle this year, trying to find a common point of attention in a way. And the work with the 49 vortexes is really interesting in this way to serve this idea of asserting the plan. Yeah, this is what I can say.
Wow, thank you, Philippe. Philippe is our one. What?
3-1.
3-1 Sacred Group Life Rules Project. Yeah.
That's it. Because I'm here.
Yeah. Is our nation has its own group, but then we have this international lambdoma, and without distance nor time, we work on a causal level, as if, of course. And yeah, there are different people on the 3-1, and yeah, Philippe is our French.
I am.
Antonella, you mentioned this document that has the list of all the formulas and symbols. Where exactly on the website can we find it? I tried to find it. Yes. Couldn't
you can see my page. You can see the page.
Yes, now we do.
Yeah, documents. You click on documents. There are 7 sectors of this library. And in the, you can see, for example, in the second sector, a synthesis about the power of creating sound. And here there is a compendium of harmonics that Enzio translated from German and made his consideration applied to the 7 rays. And here in the first sector, you can find the compendium I mentioned, The Distant Goals by Enzio Savoini, and the Asserting the Planetary Plan. And if you open, you can see the, maybe, okay. In the table of content, introduction, the energies of the plan, the eclectic plan, the figures of the solar plan, the orientation to the divine plan, the 49 goals of the plan, Plan. The central essence of the central essence of the planetary plan, order, restoring the plan on Earth, and the goals of the plan. They are here on the examine as polarities 1, 2 to 1. Let's go, for example, don't look because it's disturbing for eyes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. For example, the last one, polarity 6776. We have given the title to this work, The Guarantor of Unity and the Foreman. Here is an introduction that tries to unite these two intervals and vortexes. Yeah, 7th ray and 6th ray. And then there is an extract from the distant goals with the symbol that Enzio...
a common point of attention in a way, of attention in a way. And yeah. We can bring kind of a small stone.
And here there is the little poem to express the action of each vortex.
Mm-hmm.
And,
yeah. In the chat window now, I put it now, the link to this document, and before that the link is to the website, so that you could explore the entire website and see different papers there. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Antonella. It's really inspiring and invoking the resonance presentation, and the cycle of solstices became for us, in a way, this, with your help, alignment with the higher realities and cycles. So thank you very much. We have 5 minutes left of our announced time of the webinar, so maybe you could just have a short alignment for us that we can synthesize the...
maybe just, as the alignment is not long, maybe someone else wants to add something in these last 10 minutes on.
If anyone would like to say something, please raise your hand.
I spoke for everybody.
There's one, okay, there's one more person. Oh, the hand disappeared. So the last chance to raise the hand. Okay, so I will unmute Meili. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name not right.
Meili from Sweden.
Meili.
Hi.
From Sweden. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello, everybody, all my friends out in the world. We are so happy being in this work, and I know that Antonella wants me to say something.
No.
It's very hard to find the right words there. So this work, we are going into in Sweden, we are going into our 11th year now, working as in this way, and it has really happened so much in the group and in deepening our knowledge about what to actually do and how to live these higher energies, which we all want to be a part of, and also want to, how do you say, anchor on Earth now. So we will be ready at 2025. That is all that I can that comes into my mind to say just now. But so much thanks for this wonderful work that is so nice or so wonderful to be a part of. And also knowing now that there are more friends out in the world, we would like everybody to join, and we have been thinking of different ideas, but that will hopefully be taken up on the webinars that we are going to have during this coming year together. So all the best for all these festivals that are coming now, the first already tomorrow.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you, Meili.
Thank you. So
yeah,
I think we're ready now to come to closing alignment, synthesizing this beautiful vision that you presented. Please.
Yeah. So we center in our heart, and let us remember that the annual cycle of invocation and evocation begins with the Hierarchies December Solstice meditation. This prolonged hierarchical meditation prepares the way for the 3 major planetary festivals and the primary Sirius Leo festival, which in turn evoke evolution, initiation, service, and a great spiritual unity throughout planet Earth. So let's keep in the heart our essence, which is the reality to be the 4th human hierarchy, a part of the solar logos, a part of the planetary logos. From the creativity that the heart of humanity will release, a new culture and civilization will appear. In the full joy we work. In full joy and love, we transform the light superna in its 7 rays and carve the paths to the reappearance of the Christ. We cooperate and coordinate, waiting for the sterilization of hierarchy. We are the immortal monads. We are here to save the prisoners of the planet. In oneness and ordered freedom. Let's irradiate great invocation. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of men. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men. May Christ return to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wheels of man, the purpose which the masters know and serve. From the center which we call the race of man, let the plan of love and light walk out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light and love and power restore the plan on earth. Om. gratitude to have built together this point of light, love, and power.
Thank you, Antonella. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Let's stay connected through this festival of light and onwards. And please join our coming webinars. Our next webinar will be on December 31st. It will be the by now traditional Capricorn alignment with the Hekal group from Jerusalem. And this webinar will be presented together with the Seventh Ray Institute, the Moria Federation, as part of their New Year's Eve vigil. So please stay tuned for the more detailed announcements coming from the Seventh Ray Institute. And our Solar Festival, Capricorn Solar Festival webinar will be on January 2nd. Our guests will be Barbara Valakor and Steve Nation. And the topic will be the power of invocation and evocation. And on January 17th, we will continue our cyclic new moon project, focusing on the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. And this time we will focus on goal number 1, no poverty. Thank you and happy holidays.
Merry Christmas.